Hi everyone! So, I would love to do, as you can hear the music in the background, one of my favorite movies, The Labyrinth. I finally got the tarot deck, and here's my review. So, coming with the box, you have this great artistry. You can see it all around the box. Same with the inside as well as on the back. Now, this deck is for, I would say, intermediate to maybe advanced tarot readers. I would also say that if you don't know the movie, there might be something like, why is that in there? This is very movie based. I mean, you can still read the basic Rider-Waite way, but I feel knowing the movie and being able to understand what happens in the movie, you can read the cards even better with what is being shown. Now, there is also a booklet that comes with it. Like I said, it follows a Rider-Waite, but there are different things. Like the suits are different. So instead of, wands, cups, swords, and why can't I talk? Wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. You have poles, junk, feathers, and pots, which, if you kind of understand, poles would be wands, junk is pentacles, feathers would be swords because that's air element, and pots would be cups. So, with that moving forward, let's talk about some of the cards in the actual deck itself. So this is the back of all the cards. You can see there's different little elements to it. They have a yin and yang. There's like a heart, a teardrop shape, and then you can see this is like a symbol of a shield that is used within the movie. And then we have the red and blue, which is a theme throughout the movie of different characters having those colors utilized in the movie itself. So, with that being said, let's talk about some of the major arcana cards. Some of the major arcana cards from the Labyrinth deck. So let's start from the beginning, actually. Let's go with the Fool. Fool is one of the main characters in the movie themselves, is Sarah. Sarah is a teenager who has this wild, vivid imagination for a teenager, mind you, which is awesome. Not going against that, but is basically on their fool's journey and wishes her brother away to the Goblin Kingdom. So her journey is to get through the labyrinth and get to the castle to save her brother before time's up, before he turns into a goblin. Some other main characters throughout the movie are showcased throughout the major arcana as well, where we have Hoggle as the Hierophant. Hoggle is one of the first people that she comes across into the labyrinth that's supposed to lead her the wrong way, but he ends up liking her because of her charm and just niceness overall, where he's actually treated like, like you want to treat somebody, not like trash. So he is like the hero slash anti-hero. I don't know if that's what you want to say. Then, of course, we have the castle as the tower. Let's see. Judgment are these two characters. As you can see, again, like I said, the red and blue. And you can see actually the circular and like what I'm talking about. And then there, if you see that the shields are there. They are the ones that she walks up to and asks, which way to the castle? And there's two doors behind them. So she has a choice. She either goes one way and pending doom, or the other one leads her straight to the castle. So this is all about choices. Then the Wheel of Fortune, she has lipstick on her and she draws on these little tiles on the ground, but the tiles keep moving. Wondering why, because these little creatures are like, no, she's not getting to the castle. We're not helping her. Then we have the world card. The world card being the actual labyrinth itself, which we know is that world. The star is the teddy bear that her little brother takes, which is hers, and she gets all frustrated and mad. Let's see. We also have, let's see here, stepmom as Empress and dad as the Emperor. Temperance, door knockers, one of my favorite characters in the movie. The door knockers, these are some of my favorite characters, and I have door knockers myself as of these characters because I've always liked them and they were always so cool looking. One of them can't hear because they have, as you can tell, bars through their ears, so they're all like, what? And then the other one has its bar in the mouth, so it can't speak. So she takes, the bar out of this guy's mouth and asks them the question, because it's two separate doors. They put it on one door, but you have to knock to let, go through. Which way, again, another decision, which way to the castle. And so she picks and she goes. And then as she goes through, we get the Justice card, and these are the hands, and you can see the hands, they make faces, and they say, which way do you want to go, up or down? And they are the ones that kind of are, in charge of whatever, as long as she makes her choice. So all these about choices when it comes to tarot anyway. So ultimately, whenever you're reading for somebody, the person that you're reading for overall can change the outcome of the cards by what choices they make, right? So again, hands. Some fun characters that I also do like, that I love that they made the demon, which would be the devil card, is the Fireys. The Fireys have this great sequence in song and dance in the movie, where they can take off all their different body parts, and they're trying to take off Sarah's. They're like, what, lady, why can't we take off your head? Why are you throwing our head? And like, they're funny, but they're trying to, again, keep her from getting to the castle. So they're just very obsessed with her and why they can't take her head off and her arms and her ligaments. Like, who are you? What are you? Then this creature is the strength, and we know this is not a full-bodied armor, as we kind of happen to look as we finally see in the back. It's actually operated by a couple of goblins up in the head, and it's just a big shield, and then in the back it's empty. So we figure out we can take care of that. Then Ludo is the hangman, and as we find him, he's actually hanging upside down and being tortured by these creatures. But he ended up being a softie, and he helps because he can call rocks. Fate. This is actually Jareth hiding in a creature costume. The dancers is the Lover's card in the sequence of the dream sequence or hallucination. The hallucination of Sarah when she bites into the apple or peach that is poisoned. So that, again, we are, counting down the time to take her away so that Toby turned into the goblin and that Jareth can have Sarah. But yeah, so you see the dancers all dancing together in a couple, and that would be the Lover's card. And then, of course, Jareth is the magician, because he's the one that, takes care of all of the different elements in this world. And then last but not least is actually Toby, which I don't think is horrible that he is, because in the regular Rider-Waite, we have a baby, and then we have sunflowers, and then of course the sun. So in essence, they did due diligence on making the Rider-Waite system flow with the movie The Labyrinth in their own way, which I absolutely love that they did that. And of course, I can't forget the other parts of the major arcana. So This character, I don't know why the High Priestess, but this is the only one that I'm like, oh, how does this work together? But if I remember correctly, it sounded like a woman. So usually the High Priestess, is a woman, of course, or a female. I shouldn't say just woman, just a female energy that possesses that, and it's just very knowing. This card, they did like amazingly, because this is Sir Didymus and Ambrosius, and he rises dog, and they always take charge. They move forward, and that's all about the taking charge and moving forward. So perfect. Thank you for doing that. And like I said, with the minors, we got pots, which symbolize like cups. We've got poles that symbolize wands. We got feathers that symbolize swords. Again, if you don't know your basic Rider-Waite and what elements go with what, then you're not going to understand how the minor arcana flows. And then, of course, junk. This is the lady from the junkyard. Junk is going to be your pentacles. So there you have it with the Labyrinth deck. I absolutely love it, and it's one of my favorite movies. So this, like, with me. So thanks for stopping by.